Metal in Action.
Hey, what's up? You are watching Spark TV Metal in Action. Today this is a very special day because we met Joakim Brodén in Prague and we are standing now on Charles Bridge, Karlův most. So welcome, man. Okay.
Thank you. It's good to be back to the crime scene.
How do you feel in Prague?
I feel at home. It's probably for nostalgic reasons also, I guess, because I spent so much of my summers here. But I also like the city, you know, from a hardy, grown-up standpoint, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a very funny situation because Czech man and a Swedish man meets once again on the Charles Bridge.
Yes, hopefully we won't fight this time though.
That you are thinking about, of course.
Yes, we are. I remember my mom took me, I can't remember how old I was, but maybe 5. Was the first, I mean, I'd probably been here before, but she told me that, you know, the Swedish and Czech were fighting here, and I was asking her why. She said because there was a war, and, you know, the Swedish came here, and, yeah, just trying to explain, wanted to kill us, and I couldn't understand. Why would the Swedish want to kill the Czech? Czech are nice people. So my concept of war was not really fully at this grasp yet, you know.
How many times you were on this place? That's a hard question.
Somewhere between 25 and 80 times maybe, I can't remember. Minimum 25 for sure. I probably 50 at least.
What about you and Prague?
Well, I guess, you know, it's just over on the other side of that hill is where my grandmother and mom grew up, you know, Davidson. So for me, I always like the city as well, you know, not only for nostalgic reasons, because wherever I want to do, there's something to do. I want to have a good beer, it's here. I want to see a piece of history, I can get up there. You know, there's
So you know these buildings?
I've seen them before, yes, once or twice. And every time we come here on tour, you know, since I was here, and many times when I was a kid, our family would have other families with them, and, you know, they'd show, my mom would show them around, and then I learned a bit of the history. So now every time we come here, and there's another band with us, I take them to the walk here. But they're usually very exhausted because they don't know about the stairs on the way up there. So we usually stay on the pub, Huroka, I think it's called, you know, to have a beer before they get on the stairs.
Of course, is there in Prague some your favorite pub?
I mean, I do like a few. Huroka right there by the before the stairs. Ufleko here as well. Also Hell's Bells. I like the sports bar. It can be a bit noisy and smoky down there sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a rough metal bar, and I'm a rough metal head. So in the end, it works out, you know.
In the song you are singing about Karlův most. You are not singing Charles Bridge. Why?
No, we have a tradition of whenever we can do it properly, let's do it properly. I mean, I think it's not only a matter of respect, but when I was a kid, this was Karlův most. Charles Bridge, I don't think I ever said the words until I was an adult. It was Karlsbron, which is Swedish, or Karlův most in Czech. So Charles Bridge, for me, it feels strange to say, actually.
Yeah, we have to say that you will be back in Prague, in Czech Republic, on tour next year in 2017 with Accept, of course. Then we have to say that you prepared your new album, The Last Stand, right? And now you released your new single a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
That's called Lost Battalion. Just why this single?
Oh, several reasons actually. Because one, we really love the song, which is reason enough, I guess. But especially also since it's a bit different. It has a certain SABATON vibe to it. All the choirs are there, but there's one thing that's very different. It's the drums. But what people get wrong here is there is no drums on that song.
Yeah.
What you think is the kick drum, that's a 50 caliber machine gun, and the snare drum, that's a 9mm handgun, and the hi-hat, that's a bayonet going into human flesh.
Yeah, that's maybe why people are discussing about that drums are strange.
Yes, because there is no drums, so that's why it is strange. But trust me, yeah, the rest of the album has regular drums, played by Hannes, like a mother. I'm not going to say that.
Of course, you will be on tour with Accept. So who came with the idea to join Accept on the ship, on the board?
Oh, well, actually, we were supporting them on our first North American tour. The first time we went there was 2011. And I mean, I've always been a fan of the band. I love them. And the music as well. I mean, it's great guys, and we had a good time on that tour. And we've been talking, you know, ever since then, actually, of touring together.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we should do something And just the timing wasn't right. You know, they have their schedule with recordings and tours, and it didn't click until now. And the only thing that feels strange is one of my favorite bands from growing up is gonna be opening for us. But in the end, I think it'll be a great show for everyone because Accept is a fantastic band, and having them before us will make us scared and force us to be even better. I think everybody's a winner here because that means the crowd who comes to those shows are going to get a great show. And I think there's also a possibility that there's a win-win situation here, that there's a lot of younger people who recently got into metal, nothing wrong with that, who are not that familiar with Accept stuff, so people can discover them like I discovered them, you know. Right. And also that there might be some people who are into Accept but haven't really heard about Sabaton.
Cool. We will see, of course. You have to check the tickets, I think. You have to check new single, Lost Battalion, that's out now. And of course, during the August, you have to check new album, The Last Stand. So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Enjoy the city, of course.
And the beer.
Take care.
Nové album Sabaton The Last Stand můžeš už teď předobjednávat na www.sparker.cz. Spark TV. Metal in action.